How do you kill him with a Weaver early on? The Weaver needs more time to get damage, and the Lion Harassment doesn't really do much against the Tide either.
One of the big things is I feel like the Tide Hunter should actually have a lot more pressure against him than the Void, just because I think Void will match up pretty well against Lifestealer and Disruptor. But the difference is right now is that KP was able to get his ward down that blocks away the hard camp. This is really limiting the pull of Digital Chaos.
This mid lane, Karka's actually in a lot of trouble. The prep was being worked so hard by Misery. That Satyr was chasing him around for a good minute and a half and managed to hit a couple of those blasts. From 5v5 into 4v5, and Newbie have that advantage too.
KP.
Oh yeah, with the Scarabeels coming out, KP, there's extra help coming in from Misery, and maybe they can hold him in position. Yep, they will. Misery again. A second successful movement from him.
Crushed in level 1 or 2. He was naturally going to do okay.
I do like the build. Oh, Hallow mid lane with that Disruptor ulti. Weeha's locked in. The Exorcism is not going to do enough.
And he gets off the Ravage, the fight's immediately lost.
Visitor's going to back out. KP revealing that Blink Dagger he went for. No mech this time around. He wants to get aggressive up against Misery. The mech will happen for Misery as he continues to retreat out. Hand of God is also up his sleeve if he wants to. And they move around the tree lines but relocate. It comes in. The Ravage able to click on both of the DC heroes. But how much more can they get? The Hand of God will kick in. Thuska's finally going to go down and Misery will join him. So the Ravage committal does work for him. Resolution, well, he's going to get locked in. The Static Storm! Resolution can't get himself away! Digital Chaos! They end up giving 3 hero kills over to Newbie. The trade-off is a little bit of damage to the tier 2 tower up on top, but Chuan in position for that middle lane, gonna look for Moo. Moo jumps in, nice Chronosphere, finding Chuan. KP gonna join him as well. Weeha lets the oldie rip with a follow-up silence. There won't be any Ravage until, for a second, now it's available. The Disruptor, Chuan's already gone down. Weeha trying to get that space, goes into the tree line. Now the Ravage will connect. Weeha into the tree lines. Can he stay alive? He's still being chased down by Hal, but nope, you can delete Weeha from this fight. There's still a chase going on mid lane with Misery being chased down by Moo. There's too much slow with the Viper Strike as well. Misery's got a mech charge, but doesn't even expend it. He accepts the fact that he's dead.
But won't be able to have an escape mechanism. This could actually work out really well, but we'll see.
Thanks to the Observer what they had, they know that you actually have Karka behind, and there it is. Yep, they jump in, they find Karka. Chen's gone down in the meantime to Misery, so maybe this isn't the best trade-off. They need to find that core. They need Moo to die on bottom lane at the same time. The tier 2 tower's being pressured, and they're having to chase a long, long way to find Moo. Weehan will finally send him up with that Yule Scepter, and with the extra support coming in from Lion, it will be 2 heroes gone, but bottom lane, you still have issues. It's Hal beating into that bottom tower, doing terrible, terrible damage, bringing it down by 50% already, and nothing's really going to stop him. What's Resolution going to do?
Now it's a bit too late, and Newbie will be able to get their 5-man right outside the tier 3 range.
Hal just keeps beating into it. He doesn't care as long as he's got the Aegis Immortal bottom lane. They find Lion. So say goodbye to your burst damage. Moo jumps out. He finds KP, but that damage is so minimal. They'll force staff him away. So KP will survive. Weeha, Yule Scepter's up defensively. The Finger of Death will not to get off KP. He'll let the Ravage go, catching up 3 of DC. Still walking away. KP will survive. The Dire Creep Wave's giving him the vision. Death Prophet is down. You bought back on your Lion, trying to find that extra burst damage quickly. And that's why they're waiting. They move up, they break the smoke,
nice
and there's
Ravage.
your jump. KP hits the entire team. Say goodbye to Resolution, and say goodbye to DC. That game is over. KP just basically sealed that one so perfect. They saw them coming from a mile away, and DC will be wiped by Newbie here in game 1 of this best of 3. That wasn't anywhere near close.
No, absolutely not. Newbie, very dominant win here in game number 1. I mean, the analysts all agreed, and I was with them. I thought Digital Chaos had a pretty good plan here.
Hello, top lane. There goes your first blood. Weaver going very, very deep underneath the tower and found Moo in between the tree line. Chuan, now the smoke, he's there on Misery, and Misery, well, the sentry's down, they know exactly what's going on. Stun over towards Weeha, and Misery, well, he actually takes one of them, the Sunstrike. Chuan, he feels it coming and moves away, as now Moo, underneath that tier 1 tower, trying to engage in. He's got one more Spirit Siphon available, but he's way too deep with the call, so he can't finish the job. And it's DC who will end up punishing the over-aggressive Moo.
It's going to be expected, and they have the information.
Moo is about to get nailed as Lycan is also rotated in. The double support through on the way, but a Sunstrike from Invoker. Weeha prepped it perfectly with the Cold Snap. And having Misery on the tail of the Death Prophet, she just couldn't walk away. You'd assume, hey, he could just be jungling camping, but no, they rotate in towards the mid, they add a little bit of pressure, and they force the rotations in from Newbie.
They do have a small ancient stack.
Well, at least you're going to get yourself a courier snipe. But how? Well, they don't have detection against him. As in fact, it's the Observer and Sentry that's down from Newbie, which allows them to see Misery. Dust will trigger as well. Tries to put down that smoke screen, create a little bit more space. Misery will get back over the river, but damn, that damages so much, especially when you got the Beetles in the back. Luckily, Moo can move up and down, but then again, KP, you're a little close. Moo, okay, he will actually die.
But I think in a split-pushing lineup like this, Digital Chaos are much better. They should have been pressuring, continue to pressure top with the Regain, with the Bat Rider, and have Weehaw and Resolution do exactly what they're doing now. Go for the mid-tier 2. There's no reason to fight Newbie if they're going to fight TPs.
Wait for those cancelling of the TPs. Not possible from Moo. He's in the neighborhood. So tier 2 tower killed off by the Lycan. Beastmaster got the other one. Ravage goes off in mid while the battle is still happening on bottom lane. Weehaw, he'll die on that mid lane, but now Death Ward, the Roar from Kaka must be committed. But you got the Lycan right behind him. Resolution, that damage on the Moo. The Witch Doctor will survive, keeping the restoration up. Now you can move over to Kaka, still slowed down by those 3 sticky napalm charges. You can trigger off the dust, which will give an opportunity here for Hal to chase down Misery over to the tree lines. With Shikuchi, he will definitely keep up. Sentry's down for the Radiant side. Misery can't get the smoke screen down. He had 1 second time with the ulti. Maybe now we can with the ulti. He dodges it. They bring down Hal. Misery with a double kill. They'll move over towards Chorn and Newbie. This is a horrible trade for them, losing 4 heroes. They are going to slip themselves in now. But DC, they were farming up the side lanes. They're actually going to smoke up themselves and move over to Roshan. The Wolf that saw them go in. And now Newbie know it. The lasso catching Chorn. There's the easy counter to the lasso. So Chorn, he's still going to go down. Nothing will survive it. And now Roshan killed by the Dire. Weaver has the immortality, but Paralyzing Cast can make it difficult to get out of here. Also, the Exorcism is wearing off. They have to know. They won't have the timing. And Moo! The Flame Break! He's actually clipped for the moment. The Ravage from KP tried to create space, but really it does absolutely nothing. Now he's got Maldig on top of him. Combining him with the Death Ward. KP must retreat out of this one. Misery's got trouble with the Necro Books. Riding your tail. He has to go back invis. And maybe, yep, there he is. He's actually away. And this is an early triggering on the Necro Book. It's like they're trying to find the invis heroes. They run into him. Resolution goes dogfom. Chorn again. He's the primary target. He lasted off by Moo, but Resolution's dying so quickly. He won't be able to survive much longer. In fact, now he is down. Paralyzing Cast doesn't make it easy either, because both Kaka as well as Chorn could not escape. Misery will go into the dagger form now. Backing out with that smoke screen, covering up most of the riverside.
Oh, we killed the
goes
Necro!
down. He didn't want to kill the Necro. Hal will run down through the river. They've lost 3 now. They've got a couple of minutes left now, Newbie. And they're coming towards the mid. But again, DC pretty much ready for him. There's your Blink Dagger in. Moo. This time he's going to get stunned up, so no lasso control. The smoke screen tries to create space, and then Chorn swapping him up, but they can't control it. The Ice Wall actually locking Chorn in the river. He's dying to the Death Ward. KP even almost walked into the Sunstrike. There's on the backlines. The Ravage. This time from KP does a little bit of work, but it's already too late. He's lost so much life. He'll go down. Kaka will join him as well on the grave. And it's Hal underneath the Sentry Ward. They saw him for a moment. Got the call snap off. Secondary Sentry. Keep the vision. The timeline strikes him all the way back into the mid lane. Now Newbie are actually stranded on bottom lane. DC can move in towards the mid. They start to push the tier 3 tower. Newbie have to come back. The Adire Observe Ward is seeing perfect position. That's only the Sentry. They didn't see him on the Bat Rider. Now they will. But where is your opening? Where's your target? And that's what it's going to be. Tricks of the trade will allow Misery to escape for now. So we got Moo. Can they kill him off in time though? Weehaw is there with the EMP burn. Newbie going to do this with only half tank of gas. They need more damage. Now the Death Ward's kicking in. Moo's actually going to survive through this one. He's trying to get rid of the bug. Not going to happen. Hal's able to find a couple of kills. But now maybe DC. They are on the run. KP. No, Moo's going to go down. DC are back in control. KP will go down too. The Sunstrike perfectly positioned. Say goodbye to him. The Weaver is the last man standing. Hal needs to get something huge here. He's already got a triple kill, but the team asks more of him, or else this mid-rax is toast.
He doesn't have his ultimate either. Caught by the tornado.
The tornado. Will he have enough life? Shikuchi away.
Oh, Weehaw's got the right idea. He's like, no, ignore the Weaver. Ignore the Weaver. He can only do so much. If we stay grouped up, we pressure the tier 3. This is the time for us to be able to punish Newbie. We just want a team fight right outside the base.
They need the racks. They need the racks. They even attempted just a rando Sunstrike to maybe catch him as he went back. And they realized they can't take the melee. Here comes the second set. Wait for him to come in, and Lycan triggers his Necro Books. They look for the target. It's going to be Chorn to start with. Tornado picking up KP with the EMP. KP will still get the ulti off, catching out 3 with a Roar, but Hal's already down. They've lost the win with no buyback. Moo died to the meteorite. Kaka's gone. This game may actually just be almost over right now when they get 3 huge kills like that. He actually can feel confident enough to use that ultimate form already before the Aegis Immortal will trigger. Drops down by half-life. They 4-staff him out. That's the first one over on the Witch Doctor with the EMP Tornado. Picking him up, throwing him down. Kaka, he's AC out of mana with the Necrobooks to the front lines. Flame Break pushes him back. KP, he wants to Ravage, but there's no real opportunity just yet. The Mech Charge will have to trigger. They're in pretty deep, but where's the opening? Now the Ravage will come through, but how is so low? No time limit survival. He's on the sidelines. No buybacks. Newbie, they've lost this game.
They've done it.
It is actually going to go to a third deciding game after Newbie crushed the living hell out of DC in game 1. DC on a solid and well thought out draw, greatly executed, will take game number 2.
My expectations for Digital Chaos are just growing and growing as time goes on.
Midway through clearing through stacks again.
Oh, here he comes. In towards the middle lane. Starts with Chuan. Goes for the stun. Blue starts with the Spirit Siphons. Weeha, he needs help. It's TPing in right now in the form of the Bounty Hunter. But Weeha, how much life? The Sun Rays out from Kaka. He'll trigger the Dust, which actually reveals the Bounty Hunter. He can't get the kill over on the Phoenix, and now may lose his own life. The stun from Chuan will connect the tower to attack damage. Also doesn't do enough.
Boo was picking up the rune, so he wasn't around.
Now the stun. Weeha came back in again. The Sun Ray is going to turn on, and Weeha, he is going to burn right now.
If he gets this pounce, he might even get the kill. Moo trying to juke it out, but not going to be able to get it. Pounce lands, and that should be a free kill.
Perfect spill damage. This is Newbie. We had game number 1 was a pretty dominating side. Now the middle lane, the fight's going to keep going. Moo wants to force it out a little bit harder. The Nexus has still got a couple of seconds left. Resolution burning. Can't get the damage is too much. Misery trying to glimpse him away. You'll still end up losing the Death Prophet here. And they're not going to stop here, DC. They're bringing more and more numbers towards the mid. The Bounty's been sitting at the back lines, but here they go again, realizing that Weeha's going to initiate on. Moo now rotates over, looking for the kill over on Chuan, but Sun raises so much until the glimpse pulls him far enough away. Weeha gets back up the hill. Now the cooldown, they connect. You've already brought down the Lion thanks to Bat Rider, and with the damage up, they got enough going underneath the tower. Kaka's going to drop. You've got the support from DC. Moo is still burning inside the Firefly, but he wants the kill over on Moo. The Firefly will run out. Misery would have to get the perfect glimpse on him. KP is having a very long walkout with the ulti. This time around, Time Walk won't allow you to escape, but with extra support coming in from Newbie. Resolution, the Sun Ray goes a little bit wild trying to heal up KP as opposed to finding the kill, and then the perfect chrono. It catches out Misery. And the trade-off was the fact that Bounty Hunter got picked on the back lines. He walked in range of the Sentry Ward. So it's still a 1-for-1 trade-off. Okay, this is nice. A glimpse on Moo. That Nova is well out of position. So you do not have that for the fight. This is a good one for DC. Now with the cooldown, KP has a time walk it out. The Moo's in close until the Sun Ray. Kaka, they're just burning DC. Misery wants to run, but okay, a little bit of life. It's not going to be enough. Kaka will dive himself forward. You have Faceless Void available with Chronosphere, and with a finger stun, they're already killing off Misery. So you take out a huge controlling hero from DC. They want to get a revenge onto the Lion. Chorn will trigger off the Dust, but there's no one to really follow up, but everyone's rotated, and it's KP. They catch out Weeha in that top river, and even a double damage from Hal, just to make this fight even better for him. Weeha, TP out won't happen. The Yules will end up canceling him. Kaka, they're on the front line. Say goodbye to Weeha.
He's going to sit on the front lines. He's going to pop that smoke, I think.
Oh, they haven't done it yet.
Oh, they're actually...
Silver Edge, they move all the way in towards the pit. The Shiva's guard's out.
Yeah,
now
they're going to be
now it breaks, and there is a 3-man corner catching him out. They see Weeha inside the pit. The Ravage remains from Sean, hitting the wall. This is DC, 1 foot in the grave, and they're about to be buried by Newbie inside the pit. Weeha's going to burn down as well, and this will leave the last man standing. Resolution, he is on the wrong side of the river, and he's gone. It's GG, it's a team wipe. Newbie will advance 2-1 against DC. But still, massive props to DC. They took a game off Newbie.
I mean, that by itself was impressive. It shows the promise of Digital Chaos, but Newbie as a whole very clearly the dominant team here. Game 1 and Game 3, super one-sided, so much so that one team fight, not even a push or anything like that, is what forces DC to call it in both of those 2 games.